Hello guys, welcome back. This is the continuation of a princess that bustier top with a built-up neckline. If you've not yet seen the drafting video, you may want to go back and check it out. And if this is your first time coming across my video, please don't forget to give me a follow-up, like, comment and share my videos. Thank you. I've gone ahead to iron stay to the fabric. You may also want to add soft wadding to the bust area, but for me, I choose not to. You're going to open up the center front to the right side this way. Then you're going to pick the side front and match it up to the corresponding parts. Then you're going to hold it down with your pin. Then you're going to go over to the sewing machine and sew it up with 1/2 inch. You do that on the both sides of the center front. When I was done joining, this is what I have. So the next thing you're going to do is to get your lining pieces and you're going to join it the same way you joined the main fabrics. And also don't forget to iron hard stay on the neckline of the lining because it will help the collar to stand firm. After that, you're going to get the back pieces and also join them as well. You join the main fabric for the back, then also the lining for the back. After joining the side, you are going to mark 3.5 inches on the zipper allowance. From the top, you are going to mark 3 inches this way. Then you are going to run a stitch from that from the neckline of the back to that 3.5 inch mark. You are going to do the same thing for the main fabric and on the lining too. So after joining them, this is what it will look like. For the back main fabric, I sewed the zipper allowance down to the hem because at this point I wanted to draw out the hem line I wanted, like how I want the down part to look like. I will still lose it back to the 3.5 inches. First of all, I used my pencil to draw out the design I wanted on the front pattern. When I was done, I used my fabric pen to highlight it, that is to make it more visible. I rechecked when I was convinced, when I was okay with the design, I now went ahead to use my scissors to cut out the design, to cut out the shape. After that, I placed it on the back piece, right side facing each other. Then I used the scissors to cut out the same design or the same shape, whichever one. Next thing is to join the lining to the main fabric. So we're going to turn the neckline. I'll place the lining right side facing each other and then I'll sew on the neckline with 0.25 inches, and after that I will place a notch all around the neckline. Next thing is to pin down the hem of the main fabric to the hem of the lining. You are going to match up the seam lines, then you are going to sew using 0.5 inches. And after that, you are going to sew the sides too. When I was done sewing it, I trim off the excess of the lining. I also placed a notch on the scallop designs. Then I turn it inside out. For the back piece, as you can see, I've loosened the zipper allowance back to the 3.5 inches. I'm going to get the lining piece, then I'll place it right side facing each other, and I will use 0.25 inches to sew on the neckline. And after sewing, this is what I have. Then I'll now go ahead to notch the neckline. On the 3.5 inches where I stopped the sewing, I'm going to cut the zipper allowance open this way in order to enable me fix the zipper. I didn't notice the process of fixing the zipper wasn't recording until I finished sewing, and it really pained me. Anyway, it's just the normal way of fixing our zipper. So here I was done fixing the zipper and this is what it looks like. After fixing the zipper to the main fabric, what you're going to do next is to turn it with the lining. So you're going to pick the zipper allowance of the main fabric and turn it with the lining right side facing each other and sew. After turning the zipper allowance of the main fabric with the zipper allowance of the lining, this is what you will have. So this is the right side, then this is the inside. You see how neat it is. So what you're going to do next is to turn it to the wrong side and then sew on the hem and on the two sides. When you are done, you're going to turn everything out from the armhole. Then you're going to go ahead and iron the back piece and the front piece. Next thing you're going to do is to join the shoulder. So you're going to get your front piece and your back piece and join the shoulder together, just like the normal way we join our shoulders. You're going to match the seam line this way, lining to lining, main fabric to main fabric. Then you're going to fold it this way, then sew. When you are done joining the shoulder, you're going to go ahead and put your body measurements and shape. So on the bust line, you're going to measure your bust circumference divided by 2 and mark. Then whatever is remaining, you are going to share it into 2 and mark on the both sides. For example, my bust is 37. 37 divided by 2 will give me 18.5. So I will mark down the 18.5. Then I will remeasure what is remaining after that 18.5. For instance, if I have 2 inches remaining, I will divide the 2 inches by 2. It's going to give me 1 inch. So I'll mark 1 inch on one side and 1 inch on the other side. I'll also do the same thing for the waist and for the hem. On the waist, I will divide my waist circumference by 2 and mark. I will now divide whatever is remaining by 2 and share it on the both sides. When I'm done with the body measurements, I will now connect the lines. Then I'll go over to the sewing machine and sew. After shaping, this is what you will have. Then you're going to iron it, especially on the side seam. After that, you're going to attach your sleeve, whichever sleeve you like, and that will be all. You can as well make it sleeveless. So this was before fixing the sleeve, and this is after fixing the sleeve. We have come to the end of this tutorial. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.